welcome back to my channel. If you've never seen my face before, I'm themissnicolemarie. Today we're going to be doing a Loft haul. This one's a little bit different. I only go into Loft every so often, but something definitely caught my eye this time around. And they had a huge 4th of July sale going on, so I had to try it out, see what was going on, see if anything was worth buying today. And I'm going to try to post this quickly. I'm a little behind on posting today. I was going to do it earlier this morning, but I haven't filmed this part of the segment yet. So hopefully this will come out just like later tonight, and this will be like in real time. The sale's probably going on because I believe it's 4th of July sale. So please, 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 I would love if you subscribe down below and stick around for more content. And please give me a thumbs up if you do like this video. Without further ado, now we can get right on into the video. Okay, so my Loft had quite a bit of stuff on sale. Not gonna lie, their like regular items were decent, but not many things caught my eye. I did go back to the clearance section and they did have quite a few things. So we're gonna start with the clearance items, get those out of the way, and then we'll go to the full priced newer style items that were out. And I did buy something, so wait till the end to see which one I bought. Starting with the first clearance item, they had a lot of like nice blouses that were on sale. This one was like a nice little v-neck, kind of spaghetti straps, and just kind of like a silk satiny type of a look to it. And they had this in kind of quite a few different colors and patterns in the clearance section. So let's take a quick look and see how it is. Here is the first one. This is the blouse. This comes in this style, and I saw a lot of this gorgeous like baby blue color as well in the clearance section. This one I am trying on in a small, and it fits pretty well. I will say I don't think it was the most flattering for my body type. It just kind of wasn't giving me any curves or anything like that. And just the v-neck shape of it just felt a little odd. I don't know why. The straps were adjustable, but I think I did have them like adjusted very tight so that I wasn't super low cut, because the idea of this would be obviously for me to wear it at work. But it just felt a little odd with such a deep v-neck and the straps going up like pretty high. So something was a little mishap with that, but I think it was just my body type for the most part that it just wasn't meshing well with the top. Overall, it was a good top and it was at a great price. This was $44.99. However, all of the clearance items were also 50% off, so it's 50% off on top of the clearance price, which was pretty amazing. So this was a $22, $23 around there, so not too bad. All right, next up is going to be another type of blouse. Again, in the clearance section, this one has a little bit more of a girly touch to it, a little bit of like ruffles and whatnot. I feel like this is definitely a little behind in the trends, but I thought it was cute. I liked the light pink color and I thought I'd give it a go. So let's check it out. Here is the top on. Like I said, very feminine, pink, ruffles, everything. This one, I'm wearing it in a small and it fit perfectly. This one didn't feel as odd as the last one because the straps came down a little bit lower and everything felt very covered like it should. And overall, she was okay. Definitely not my vibe or style. I don't think I would be caught wearing this in the workplace, but that's just because I'm not really of a ruffly type of girl. I like feminine stuff, but the ruffles are just like a little bit too much for me. So this one was also $44.99. So again, the same price as the last one. Actually, this one was a little bit cheaper, my bad, at $39.99. So what is that, like 20 bucks on sale for 50% off? So honestly, not terrible. Just depends if it's your style or not. All right, next up, this one was a nice little white top. I felt like it could be very versatile for the workplace and also just for like daily activities, running errands, going out with friends. Like, I felt like this would be a really good, perfect, all occasions type. However, I don't know if it really pulled it off in the end. So let's take a quick look. Here is the top on. This one looked really great on the hanger, and I just feel like it did not look as good on me personally. I don't know if it's just because I have a larger chest and it just doesn't, it fits perfectly fine on there, but it just makes me feel extra large in ways that I don't want to feel like that. It was a medium. I did size up in this one, so that could be part of the reason I needed to get maybe a smaller size. The last two were smalls and they fit perfectly. So maybe that would have helped a little bit. It did seem like there was a little extra fabric on the sides, and it just made my chest feel a lot larger than what it typically looks like. So I wasn't loving this one as much. This one was also $44.99, so 50% off, about $22, $23. Not bad, but I wasn't loving it as much as I thought I would, which was very disappointing. All right, so we're pulling out one of the dresses that I found on the clearance rack. This one was so cute, and again, I had high hopes for it, so let's check it out. Here is the dress on. This is a nice like white linen type of dress, and it fits the curves really well. It definitely does what I need it to, which is have a bigger bust area and then sucks you in right underneath of there. It is slightly see-through. I am wearing a black bra underneath of it, you can kind of tell. And it did have a little bit of extra fabric on the side, which was kind of odd. I did size down in this. The sizing in Loft seems to run a bit big, so I've been trying on a size 4 for most of their items. And I'm usually between a 6 or an 8 for most of mine. So definitely size down. This was a size 4 and it did feel a bit large just on the sides, which I was like, seems a little odd considering I do have a larger chest. I feel like I would fill it out just fine, but just on the sides, I don't know what it was about it. Everything else about the dress was great besides slightly see-through, but you could probably just wear a nude or white bra and be fine. I don't know. I almost went home with this one. Almost went home with it, but it just, something about that just like threw me off. It was also $89.99 for this dress. It was a final sale dress because it was on clearance. And was that $45 with the 50% off on top of it? I was like, you know, if it was just a bit cheaper, if it had come out to like $30 on sale, like there would have been a good possibility I still would have came home with it, and the side, like extra fabric on the sides wasn't super noticeable. It was just more I could tell and feel it. So most of the time, if I were to wear it at work, I'd probably wear a jean jacket over it. So wasn't going to be the end of the world, but I think it still was a little too pricey even on clearance plus the 50% off sale. So that is why I didn't take it home. All right, next up I have another white linen dress. I think this is the last clearance item until we go into our full priced, more in style, in trends type of things. This one I thought was going to be fabulous. This was a nice like white linen button down dress, which I've been trying to find a really cute button down dress. I found one like forever ago, probably like 5 years ago by now, and I didn't buy it and I've regretted it ever since, and I tried to find a dress similar to it and I just can't. So this one definitely did not hit the mark. Let's take a look at this fail. Here is the dress on, and as you can tell, I'm like, what is going on with this dress? I feel like it looks a little too modest, maybe, if that's probably the problem. The weird like little ruffly thing on the sleeves was odd. I didn't like the length of the sleeves. It does have like a little cinching in effect at the sides, which I thought would be amazing to like kind of snatch the curves, but it gave nothing in the front. I felt like it was just so blah in the front. The zipper was like doing a weird bumpy thing at the end near obviously my tush. And I was like, what is going on with that? I don't know what's happening in this dress, but it was not good. Overall, the quality of it was great, but it fit just terribly and wasn't doing anything for me at all. So this is a huge no. I was also wearing this in a size 4. It did fit perfectly, but obviously it just made me feel and look a little bit flat in the front. And this one was $84.99, so slightly cheaper than the last one. However, obviously I was not gonna take this home with me, so it was a huge disappointment in the end. All right, this next up, I think the last ones are all dresses. So we're continuing with the dresses. These are not full price items, not clearance. This one definitely was part of more of the 4th of July theme. It has like this, it's like a burgundy-ish red, or like a wine merlot type of red, I guess is a better way to describe it. She's really cute, so let's check her out. Here is the dress on. Again, wearing this in a size 4. It has these little embroidered type of details all over the dress, and it has like a nice little stretchy panel at the back. It fits really well. I think, I'm looking for pockets. I don't know why it doesn't have one, because I feel like it definitely could. I really felt like this flattened out my chest a lot, which I do not appreciate. It had like all the stretchiness and stuff for it, but it still squished down everything. I don't know if it's because I was trying on a size 4. It's a little bit obviously sized down to what I'm typically used to, but it fit everywhere else perfectly. So I think just the proportions of things just weren't fitting right on this one. Overall quality was amazing. It was a really nice dress. Would have been really cute if it fit properly. And this one was $110. So she is a bit pricey, but with the 50% off sale, that's, doing math in my head, like $55. I don't know why that took me so long. $55. So not terrible, but obviously it wasn't fitting me, so I was definitely not going to take it home. But she's definitely cute, and I would say definitely try to get it during this 50% off sale if this is what you like. All right, next up is going to be a black and white linen dress. This one was in particular the one that caught my eye when I was walking past, which made me go into the store in the first place. I love a linen dress. She is cute, but the black and white is definitely in style. Very basic, very casual, but also can be elegant and dressed up at the same time. So let's check her out. Here is the dress on. Again, trying this one in a size 4. This one actually feels like it was a little bit loose in some areas, but then a little bit tighter in the chest, but also had a little extra fabric in the chest. You can see it better from the side. It kind of like sticks out at certain angles. I love the look of it from the front. I love the square neckline detail and just everything else about the dress, the length. This one was quite thin, so she wasn't see-through at all, but definitely a really thin linen material, which is good for, you know, the summers here in Florida at least. But I was like, ooh, you could see it, put it up to the light, you could definitely see through the fabric. So I was like, that's a little odd. I feel like Loft has usually better quality than that. Maybe it was just because that it wanted to be a little bit more breathable, but I just wasn't quite sure about that. This one was $89.95. So with 50% off, that's still $45. Yes, 45, I believe. Oh, this is too much math for me. I think this was about $45. She was cute, but I just wasn't sold on the quality. I felt like it just looked really thin, and my washer dryer probably would just like shred it to pieces. So yeah, she was cute. I wasn't in love though. So all right, this last one was right next to the last one, and she was more of like an athletic type of looking dress. She was one of those ones where you kind of cross the bottom part over and it looks kind of like a drapes over the bottom of your body. I don't know how to describe it. She's really cute, a little bit more athletic type of a cotton material. Again, pretty thin though, and yeah, let's take a look. Here is the dress on. As you can see, this one I was definitely feeling. I felt comfortable in it. It's hard to tell because everything is black in this dress. If I could come a little closer to show you how this drapes over, and you kind of just knot it over at the side. It does not completely come unwrapped, which is really nice. It just has the extra panel of fabric that you wrap over it. So if it did happen to untie, then you are still covered. You don't have to worry about that. Overall, I like the breathability and lightweightness of this one. The cotton material is super soft and comfy. I felt like it was gonna hold up a little bit better than the linen, even though it was also thin. It was still decent enough that I think this one would last a bit longer. This was also a size 4 pit. It fit absolutely perfectly. And this one was a bit cheaper at $69.95. So I took this one home for $35 and I was so excited. I honestly wasn't gonna buy anything here, but at $35 for the dress, and I feel like this is something I would wear all the time. I could see myself just all the time in the summer, just going shopping, going to the farmer's market, going out with friends. I literally wore it the next day after I bought this dress. I was like, I'm gonna immediately start wearing this. So I'm happy with my purchase. I think I chose the best one. You guys let me know if you liked any of the other ones better, but I was in love with this one, so she came home with me. All right, that's everything for this Loft haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know my style's kind of evolving, getting into Loft and some of the other like stores that I don't really venture into, but they have some good stuff. They do. So let me know what stores you want to try out down below. I would be happy to try out pretty much anything and everything store-wise. So yes. As always, don't forget to subscribe down below. Please hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!